Hey new anglers, Dave Browner from Okuma Fishing Tackle. In this episode of Tune Up Tuesday, we're going to talk about fishing the crankbait. Now fishing the crankbait is one of the easiest things you can do once you learn how to use that bait cast reel. Of course you can use a spinning reel as well, but the bait cast reel is generally what you're going to find when you're fishing those crankbaits. They're really almost foolproof. You just got to get it out and start cranking these things back. But there's a couple things to think about when you're fishing those crankbaits. We happen to be on shore here and we're kind of on a very shallow rocky area. So what you're doing is when you're casting these things out, all you got to do really is just give it a nice steady retrieve. Depending on the depth of the dive of your crankbait, you may get it down to the bottom, you may stay right on underneath the surface of the water there. So you crank it on down there. I like to fish deeper diving crankbaits that get down to the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll get it down there, I'll give it a couple of quick cranks, that'll get it to dive down fast, and then a nice steady retrieve. And that a lot of times that'll bounce that right along the edge of those rocks. The slower you go, the higher in the water column that bait's gonna be. The faster you go, the more that bill's gonna dig down and you're gonna get that bait down deeper. So another thing to think about on your retrieve is the faster you retrieve that crankbait, the tighter wiggle it's gonna have, and the slower you go, the less wiggle it's gonna have. Just give some different presentation. So when you're casting that crankbait out there, go ahead and vary your retrieves. If you speed up, you're gonna get a little tighter wiggle and a deeper dig. If you slow down, it's gonna come back up to the surface and give a nice wider wiggle to it. So change it up when you're out there. And of course, fan cast. You've heard people say fan cast. What that means is hit a couple different angles before you make a move. There's a big body of water out here behind us and you wanna hit all that section. The fish might be piled up here in this corner. They may be out here, but if you don't fish that section, you'll never know. For more tips, tricks, and techniques, make sure you visit okumafishingusa.com.